What up, y'all? What up? What up? Y'all know I got to get set up, man. I got to have good smoke. I don't ever have no topic to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once I get serious and shit with a whole lot of shit then. But right now, nigga, I just turn the camera on and fire up some weed. Turn the camera on, fire that shit up, nigga. I wonder if my brother offer his Christmas for his motherfucking Christmas holiday break and shit. I might hit him on the FaceTime. I ain't never FaceTime with my brother on stream with y'all, have y'all? I know I talk about my little brother a lot. Y'all probably be thinking I be lying, like, this nigga ain't got no little brother. You got a little brother. He my little big brother. He bigger than me. A lot more mature. Way more mature. You know, he got some of that turn the other cheekness in him because he a man of the cloth and shit. But he's still a nigga though. You know what I'm saying? Me, I ain't got enough of that turn the other cheek in me. I don't think I'm ever gonna have that shit. I don't ever want it. No, I don't believe in that turn the other cheek shit. That sucker shit. Yeah, I think that turn the other cheek shit, I think that's parts of the Bible and parts of history that was tampered with. Yeah, because for those who don't know and shit, a lot of folks don't know that shit. Like Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther. I should have called him Luther Jr. Luther Jr. was like a communist, man. He went to like special like government training and school and shit like that, man. Like them motherfuckers is not our heroes. That's why I don't celebrate none of them motherfuckers. I joke around with that shit, but man, them motherfuckers, man, American history, and when it comes to black folks, is fake. It's fake and it's false as fuck. A lot of folks know that, but the sad part is most black folks don't know that. But the even sadder part is we walk around with a trauma based upon a history that's not even real. That's the biggest psychological manipulation ever, man. And 99.9% of black Americans don't even know what's going on. We think that this shit is life. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna hit my brother up. I want to talk about some real shit. Why the fuck I got Silver for Express on here? Oh, that was a phone call from last week. I must have talked to her last week. Trying to hit my bro up, see if he yeah, working. FaceTime, bitch. I don't be like doing weed smoking shit. I don't degenerative behaviors. For some reason, I get real self-conscious around my brother with this shit.
What else, fool?
Oh, what up, man? You answered too fast.
I had my phone in my hand. I was looking at my calendar when you called.
I was just telling my audience member or two that I was trying to pour my little weed in my bong before you answered and shit. Tell him I get a little self-conscious around you for some reason. I don't know.
No, man, do your thing. Hey, you know.
Yeah. I told him, even though you don't dress like it, you got the demeanor of like a man of the cloth or some shit. You know, you got a whole lot of turn the other cheek in your system.
Yeah, you sitting there breaking his weed down in this paper, you know what I'm saying? I answer phone, you know, stop, try to put it, you know, put it down. Go and do your thing, man. Look, you ain't the only weed smoker I deal with, I talk to, I associate with, I know, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it is what it is.
I know that everybody and their mama smoke weed.
Pretty much now, yeah.
You should see it at my job and shit because I work with all white folks and shit, and they be trying to do like nigga tricks, what I call them, to try to be slick. But I be thinking to myself like, man, y'all ain't slick. Niggas been doing that shit for years. Like when they go on
For
break,
real.
they go on break and you see them get in their car, but they drive way down to like the end of the parking lot down there. It's like, nigga, everybody
And
know what you doing.
yeah, that's too obvious. That's too obvious.
Man, they do dumb shit. Hey, it's one black dude. Well, it's actually two black dudes besides me at my job, right? They both older than I am. One of them, he an old school dude. He don't get no fucks, bruh. I'm talking about he goes straight to his car and he just go smoke him a blunt. On real. He ain't spraying no cologne. He ain't doing nothing.
No.
I guess he just figured like, man, I'm too old to be trying to hide this shit from these folks and shit. And they don't say shit
Or
to
been
him.
doing it for so long. Right.
They don't say nothing to him, bro, because he working. He old, so he can't do shit but like drive a forklift. He got to do old people work and shit. And so he worked closely with like motherfuckers that's in management, loud, weed strong motherfucker. They don't say shit to him.
No, that's crazy.
I'd be embarrassed to stand by that motherfucker.
Machinery.
I don't stand by him because I don't want them to think that shit coming off me.
That is you, yeah, for sure. That's crazy. They don't say nothing. He operating machinery.
No, he don't operate no machinery really.
Oh, I thought you said he drive a forklift.
Well, yeah, that's the only machinery he operate. I always be thinking like, man, he gonna run somebody over or crash.
Yep, for sure.
On the real. That's the reason why I don't fuck around in no kind of way while I'm working and shit.
Yeah. Or even let them know that, you know what I'm saying, you do it or whatever. So then it ain't no reason for somebody to decide they want to try to say something.
And work. Nigga, I want to go home the same way I came. I came in with all these motherfuckers working and everything, and I'm gonna go home like that. So I ain't gonna take no chance. You'll never catch me fucked up out in public. Period.
Right.
It's,
nigga, your fingers swole like your head.
I got weird hands.
Nah, that's just me getting back at you because I always let you take shots at me, but nah. I'm gonna get you this shot.
Nah. I know people who be tripping when they see my hands up close. Motherfucker be tripping because my fingers are small, but my palms like big. Yeah. Like I got kid fingers and grown man palms. I can't palm no basketball, but I can slap hard.
Damn.
On the real. But hey, no, I was hitting you up to ask you about something. I mean, I just had something on my mind. I was just like talking about. And I'm like, man. Matter of fact, my brother would be good to talk about that with. And then now I didn't completely forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
That's crazy. You ain't even smoke.
And I ain't even smoked yet. Yeah. That's the crazy.
That's when it's gonna come back though.
Yeah, that's when all the good ideas come.
What's up with y'all though? How the family doing?
Everybody, you know, holidays be hectic because they always got to do something extra for every holiday. So I'm always out the way though. I just got through telling her. I reminded her today, and I told her yesterday though. I'm not going over your sister's house for Christmas. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here.
Well, why not?
You want to know the truth? 2 reasons. For one thing, even though he get on my nerves and I don't really be fucking with him like that, talking about our daddy, my conscious mind still know he's stuck at home by himself on the holiday.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it's like, shit, I don't like being around all them people. After I eat, I want to be comfortable.
Right.
And watch TV. I don't want to. Now, if you go out to somebody else's house, you got to eat, and now you just got to wait till it's time to go home. Like, nah, I'll pass on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what if they got you a grab bag gift? Well, tell them thank you. I don't know what the fuck. I ain't got no gift for nobody else. So.
You sound like the lady I work with. So, one lady gave another lady a gift. So I don't know what the lady is. I might just ask her, but she like Armenian or she's something like that, right? And the other lady African. So the Armenian lady gave the African lady a gift. And the African lady, she was like, "Oh, thank you, but you know you ain't getting nothing from me, right?" And the way she said it, I'll just start dying laughing, like, "Dang, you bogus!" Like it was so crazy.
I don't like Africa.
It was so crazy. They don't like you either, nigga.
I know that.
But you, I'm speaking on us, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of, like, I don't like how, think about this though. Okay, like because of the trauma and conditioning of slavery or whatever, right? Like black people in America, we got this like affinity for Africa. Like it's ours. That's home. That's home. And it's like, bruh, that's home for everybody.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you know.
Yeah, man started there for sure.
Yeah, that's not our designated home. And most black people in America, their depiction of slavery is they think, because of what's taught in public school, they think, oh, all the black people of the world was just chilling in Africa, and the white outsiders came and kidnapped them and brought them to America. And it's like, no, dog, that ain't it at all. Black people been here in America. This is home, motherfucker. On real, for so many. Our migration from Africa came thousands and thousands and thousands of years before slavery was ever even thought of in America.
Right.
You know, but it's like because of slavery, it's given us like this false idea of that's home and those are our brothers and sisters and cousins. It's like, hell no. If I go over to Africa, I'm gonna go over there to kick some ass because that's them offspring left over from the motherfuckers.
Nigga, you ain't coming back. Them nigga gonna chop you up like suey.
You damn sure right. I tell people that all the time when they try to branch in slavery. I say, so you think some po ass, dirty ass white farmers were able to build ships, sail all the way to Africa, fight, kidnap some slaves, and bring them all the way back? You think that happened, huh? Hell no. You can't get in the boat and take your ass over there and get some slaves right now, nigga.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It don't work like that. But no, man. But like I was saying, I hate how like black Americans, well, it's really old ones now. You know, the generation after generation, we get more and more information, and more people want to set off on their own journey. So, you know, everybody's starting to get more and better information now. But old black people, they think Africa is like, they think that's like the Holy Land. They think Africa is the Mecca for us.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying 100%. My stance on it is, first off, that's the land where man first inhabited. I believe that, right? I believe that us as what so-called African Americans, we inhabited some of that land, but it wasn't called Africa or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that the people that inhabit it today, they the majority that inhabited it since, you know what I'm saying, like since then, right? Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
But not only that,
keep it short.
See, this is the thing though. First and foremost, let's not forget, Africa is a continent, an extremely large continent.
Big, yeah.
With I don't know how many fucking countries, right? Let's say somebody black, let's say Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan ancestors never, ever lived anywhere near your and my ancestors. Two totally different tribes, come from two totally different countries, come from two totally different parts of Africa. It's like when it comes with us, we just think Africa. You know what I'm saying? Where it's right. Like, and like you said, way back then it wasn't even Africa then. And you know right. What I'm saying? Like most people with the physical characteristics that you and I carry, from the shape of our nose, the depth in our eye sockets, the structure in our bones. They're from.
So you see a difference. You see that difference. Like, I can look at a person that was seen to be one of us.
Yeah.
But they look totally different. Like, they look African. In my mind, I just say, oh, you African because you look African. You can see that difference too. Okay, go ahead, continue.
But not only that, you got to understand, you got to factor in like intermixing and all of that also, obviously. And then you have to factor in things like, okay, we got to be honest, and it might sound crude to some. There's a big difference between Africa in general and, let's say, sub-Saharan Africa. There's a big difference in the characteristics of people. Big difference in character and physical characteristics, and from people who are from like West Africa and North Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not only difference in physical characteristics, but major difference in cultures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once upon a time, even though they're doing their best to separate it in this modern age, but like places like Ethiopia weren't considered a part of Africa. All of them things were separate. And in our modern age, we put all that shit together and just, oh, that's Africa.
Right.
It's like, no, man, it's thousands and thousands of different languages and cultures and everything that's why let me tell you a conversation that I hate. I hate conversations around reparations because they.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because for one thing, all those conversations they put us all into one little bowl, like we all the same, and the reparations that they seek are not beneficial. Money by itself is not beneficial. If you ever needed any proof of that, you could look at our own family. Our daddy and his brothers and sisters, they had $4 million to split. Now look at them. Now look at them. If you count the family in total, they had $8 million to split. None of them got shit. And that's not me talking down on them. That's me simply saying that's saying it's not about the money. That's being rich or poor. You know that shit. That's the mindset. That's the education. That's the information. If they would have had a better education, if they would have had better information, and you gave them that same amount of money, then they would know how to compound that shit and create wealth for generations after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, as far as reparations, until I hear conversations that start off with establishing ethnicity, I'm not interested in any of that shit. They all just beggars to me. You just lazy motherfuckers looking for a handout, because I don't even know if any of us deserve reparations. Reparations should have been given to my grandparents.
Definitely, because they was definitely closer to the you know what I'm saying, the slaves.
More closely affected. Sure. In this day and age, with the technology and the information that we got, it's just I don't need nothing from nobody. You know what I mean? Hold on a minute. What's the word, Joe? Shit, you over here? Oh, I'll just because I'm on the FaceTime and shit. I'm gonna hit you back in a minute. All right. But yeah, I think if there was.
All right, so tell me, Trump get in office, and he say reparations for anybody that not identified, but like you are African American. Reparations, whatever the amount. Reparations for everybody in America that's African American. You turn it down?
No.
Why not?
Because it could help.
So what's the okay? Because I understand what you're saying. I guess I'm just asking where's the line of it not being a good thing, or just the conversation of it, or whatever like that. And you know what I'm saying? Because I have these type of conversations all the time with several different people about
you gotta sit your phone down, man. You gonna make me dizzy as shit. Every time, look, you talking, and that motherfucker is just. You could have sat on the pillow or something. I was just telling you, stop moving it.
I was sitting in the chair. I'm finna just grab my stand.
You're making me dizzy for real.
Stop trying to look me in my eyes, nigga.
I'm watching your face like a real conversation. I'm surprised you ain't see my eyeballs moving and shit. Like, goddamn, man, stop.
Hell no.
Okay, now. Oh shit! I ain't even had.
No, so
I'm talking to you, but I ain't even have it up visually on my stream.
And it was like I said, I was just asking based upon like to gauge. Okay, like I understand, the conversation. It seems mute. It seems null and void because first off, for me, I don't believe that this country ever even gonna do it, right? And so I understand about like feeling like the conversation is mute. I understand feeling like if they did give it, we wouldn't do right with it, right? I understand that. But I don't think that for me, because knowing that I definitely would accept it, for me, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't want to have a conversation about it, or I think it's a bad idea. I would never say that, and I'm not saying you just said that. You didn't just say that. I've heard people say that, but then turn around and say they will accept it. It can't be a bad idea, and you will take it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let me. It's several things I want to address in what you just said. In regard to, you say you don't think this country will ever give it. Yeah. I think so. If it was done in the right way. And this is why I feel like all of the conversations that are being had in that regard are bullshit. Because none of them are talking about establishing nations. And only nations receive reparations. So if these groups that pretend to advocate for reparations, if they were ever serious, then the very first step that they would be taking would be establishing genealogy and ethnicity so that you can establish a nation, because only a nation can receive reparations. Everybody who's ever received the reparations in the past have been nations of people. We are not a nation. We're just a collective. So that's like part of my sideways look at that shit, because I see that it's just a grift. It's just another hustle, just same way like civil rights. Mm-hmm. When you look at the actual facts, not just the stats, the words and the numbers that's on the paper, but when you look at the actuality of things like the civil rights movement, it was one of the worst things that ever happened to us. Integration on a grand scale was one of the worst things that ever happened to us.
I agree with you 100% with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Integration was bad.
It destroyed our culture to where we stuck with this thing, this horse shit today that our people actually believe is our culture because they don't remember it. Black people don't remember black culture. And I'm talking about small things, things that's modern and things of the past. Like, for instance, like me and my wife and our family, her family, we still do hand-me-downs.
Uh-huh.
And hand-me-downs is something that's so important to me. And because I understand it. People think that hand-me-downs is just simply about like, oh, saving some money and it's like, no. When you keep that culture, you keeping up bonds. You keeping up bonds and you teaching lessons. It's so much involved in those small things, but so many of us, and it's not just black people, just society in general, so many of us, as we move up in life financially, we start to change our cultures financially. That's why so many people struggle financially, is because they'll end up making more and more money throughout their life, but they don't realize how much they change their lifestyle throughout their life. You know, it's like them guys who get a raise, and then the next thing you know, they got a new car in 6 months. It's like, no, dog, you ain't need a new car. You just gave yourself another.
I was just having that conversation today. Somebody was struggling with their business because they had a boom over COVID, but now everything is slowing down. It's been slowing down for a while, but now everything is slowing down. But they changed their lifestyle based upon that boom, and it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? You gotta if you do, make it a small, very small increments, and don't just, But yeah, but that's what we do.
Coming from experience, right? And I'm talking about current experience. Now I'm literally living it still as we speak. I think you have to find your happy place, your comfort zone in life. And that's where you got to stay. You don't go no lower than that. You don't go no higher than that. I don't ever try to shoot to upgrade our lifestyle. No, I know this is our comfort zone. We get to do any and everything we want to right where we at right now. Dude, man, we got the money. We can get a new car, or we can get a new this, or go on these vacations or that vacations. But that's that in the moment shit. We found our comfort zone to where we can do this with our eyes closed. We can do this if I get hurt and can't work. We could do this, we can do this if one parent go down. We found that area. This the area where we at. We can save. We can play. We can buy toys and shit when we want to. It feel like we rich. To an outsider that didn't know better, they would think that we rich, but it's like, no, dog. We know our zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
We like I said, we do hand-me-downs. We do bargain shopping. We buy in bulk and wholesale. We crafty people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's how we do too. You know what I'm saying? It's like we put up a certain amount, and pay the bills or have whatever they are. We put up a certain amount, and then it's like whatever's left, whatever it is, it's $50, if it's $100, if it's $2,000, whatever, then we split that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but that allows us to, even if there's a lot extra, it still goes aside. It's not just spent. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just not there.
Yeah. It's that. Like that's my best way of just describing it. It's that you find where you comfortable at, stay there, bro. That don't mean don't don't aspire or evolve. No, that means don't step out beyond your limit. You know what I'm saying? So many people. I watch people like my next door neighbor. He asked me that because my next door neighbor, he live in a smaller house and all of this shit, all right. But look, he make twice as much as I do. This nigga make twice as much as I do. This motherfucker is paid. And he was having a conversation with me. This is how me and him very first started getting along, because we used to didn't get along until he had a conversation with me one day. And then he was asking me, he was like, I gotta know, man. He's like, how the fuck do you live so good off of $25 an hour? It's like, man, I make $50 an hour. He's like, man, I got the smaller house. He's like, you guys' car is even better than ours. You know, he's like, man, you guys always got news this or news blah, 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 this and that and that. And I told him, first and foremost, I say, from you telling me that, I know that your wife don't know how to budget. He's like, well, yeah. He's like, that's actually like the area that she bad in. She's not good with finances and this and that. And I'm telling him, I'm like, that's your problem. I'm like, it's your budget. I'm like, neither one of you guys know how to budget. And so nobody is in control of the spending. I'm like, as you've moved along through life, you've changed your spending habits each and every time. When you should have, stopped at your comfort zone. And I'm trying to explain it to him. I'm not good with words at all.
It's basically like, if you was able to make $20, $25, $30 an hour work, why all of a sudden that you making $50, you just jump into this $50 lifestyle.
$50 lifestyle.
Stop living right at your means. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I was trying to break it down to him. I say, imagine making, your $50 an hour, but you live comfortably at 25.
Yep.
Imagine what you'll be able to do whenever you want to with the surplus. There's no such thing when you have a family event, because everybody has them. That's what you got to understand. You're going to have these ups and downs. When you have these downs, they never really nothing. All your down is just a simple adjustment because you already prepared for that.
Yeah.
On the real, your down just means you got to cut out one of your toys or your habits or something. For a while. But outside of that, I was wondering if you was on break or not. I'm assuming, yeah, on your holiday break.
Oh yeah, I had literally just walked in the crib about 10 minutes before you called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm from work.
Yeah, yesterday was my last day before break.
So yeah, I had to work today. I'm working tomorrow, but try to make it like a half day. But yeah, so I'm going back and forth about going to Wisconsin. There's like either tomorrow or Wednesday. My mama's birthday on Sunday, so I wanted to see her this weekend or whatever like that. I'm gonna decide in the next few hours.
If you're able to, why not?
Yeah, I know. That's what Jan's sister was telling me too.
Yeah, I mean, because it's gonna come a time when you won't be able to, when she ain't gonna be here. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So I always feel like if it's not a major inconvenience, why not?
So what I'm doing is she wants to come down here and visit. My mama ain't been down here since we moved here.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think she's ever came down, like even when I lived here before. Anyway,
I wanted to come down and stay like a week or so, and see if she want to move here, and then move her here or whatever. Cause she feeling alone up there. You know what I'm saying? Even though all my brothers and sisters is up there, she just still feeling alone or whatever like that. And and she needs some spiritual encouragement and stuff too. So and last time we talked a couple weeks ago, she told me she was she's ready to go. So I'm like, all right, well, let's visit first, see if it's something, you know what I'm saying? Because I would hate to just jump out there and just do it, and then you get here and you just as miserable or whatever like
ain't
that.
Happy, yeah.
Exactly. Because I told her like, we still working and everything, so it's not like we just able to do anything. Exactly, right? So I'm saying that to just say like I'm going back and forth about just maybe flying her here or just going there or whatever like that. So it'd definitely be cheaper for me to just go because I'm gonna drive.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
about driving
and that's another thing. I'm not looking forward to that, dog.
Yeah. Do y'all drive when y'all be traveling?
Yeah, we both drive. It's still 12, 13 hours. Like, that's still a long time.
Yeah, but if y'all one drive, one sleep, y'all, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, no, it ain't been not. Well, okay, so whenever we travel, like driving, we always both driving. But it's been times when I drove all the way just because I was up, and I'm like, and times that she just drove all the way to or whatever, either there or back or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just a long time in the car, it's a long time. And then going is one thing, but then like you get to your destination, you do everything you're gonna do or whatever, and then it's like, dang, now we gotta drive all the way back. You know what I'm saying? So
fuck that.
But yeah, I think I am. You just another person to kind of confirm, like, hey, you never know how much time you got. And this goes for you too, because I keep saying, I want to make some time to come up and see you too, and y'all come here or whatever, or you or whatever too. So we definitely gotta put something together to make that happen too.
Yeah.
Because we just never know. We don't know.
Yeah, but you one of them people. I don't know if it's because we talk so often, but and because I mean we fairly open with each other. But you like one of them people where if something happened, I wouldn't have any regrets. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
My only regret is, man, I wish I could hug that chunky motherfucker one more time. I don't know.
But that's all I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely a huge thing, like how much we talk, you know what I'm saying? And then FaceTime, we like see each other. But it's a difference, like, you know what I'm saying, being in each other's face, and you know what I'm saying, being able to touch each other and whatever. It's definitely a difference. So yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out a way. I gotta talk to Nene and Bug, man, and tell them, man, they need to take their brother for a couple weeks or something, man.
So my thing is, I ain't got no problem with Chip like coming down and visiting or whatever. I can't say move. I cannot say that yet because the just me knowing Chip from having him live with me before and all that. The area I live in, I
ain't good.
I live in a I guess maybe like a Joliet, where it's a suburb, it's cool, it's quiet, but it's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know, like, that's the best way I can explain it. And you know exactly what I'm saying. I ain't even got to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. It's like, and just the things that he do in that small town, like, you know what I'm saying?
But no. See, this the thing. He really can't do.
But he does. That's my point. That's my point. He seems to find something, even when there's nothing.
He's got to get it out of him. He is who he is.
I know it. That's my point. That's exactly my point. So
if he came to visit you, I think he would try. After that, after he came back, he'll be calling you all the time, trying to work his way to move with you. He'd be like, "Yeah, I got to get there." Cause that I know that's his biggest. I know he hates the fact that ain't no motion here.
Right.
You got to go seek the motion out.
Right. But that's exactly what I'm saying. That he can come visit, but I already know what's gonna happen because I'm not far from everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and he'll just end up in some mess, either with some people or in jail again. And it's like, yeah, nah, you ain't gotta sit down. You just gotta act right when you gone. Like,
man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he don't know no type of, like, you know how you go somewhere and you just kind of go with the flow? He don't know go with the flow.
No. At all. I ask him all the time, man. Like, how the hell did you survive all these years? Like, man, if I done ran into you like in the streets, like when I was in the street with his character, I'm like, man, I'd have killed you, boy.
Man, I'm like,
man, they'd have found you in a ditch somewhere, man. Like, man, you have some atrocious behavior at times.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly how these niggas are here. It's like just grimy. And then even if it's not that, this is scam city. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can find anything to get into. You can find anybody that's doing something devious, something, and it just seems so appealing. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know if he should even visit you.
I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like, it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta talk with like Nene and Bug. Tell him, man, come get your brother for a couple of weeks, man. You know he need to see some black folks.
Yeah. So
y'all old anyway.
And I'm telling you, like, it don't seem like a bad idea to me. It's just me and Jan now we work the same hours. So during the day we gone. Ain't no telling what, you know what I'm saying? What, like,
look. I'm not gonna lie. You broke it down like 5 minutes ago, and
very simply,
and it just played. The logic played out in the back of my mind, and it's like,
I know it. Then when you start laughing, I knew it. Like,
this nigga find a way to. His character is he just don't know how to stay out the way.
Exactly. That's what I say. He don't know how to go with the flow. Just be, but lay low. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't know.
I got this camper, right?
You did get it?
Yeah, I got it out there.
You was telling me that the person still owned it. They was just paying you to hold on to it, but did you get it? But you was thinking about getting it from it.
Right, good. I ain't got to explain that part. I was finna try to explain that. Okay. Do you know, man, like day one, when the guys first dropped that motherfucker off, he he went out there to go in.
I didn't even think about that when you first told me about it. Like,
so look,
This nigga went in there trying to set it off, didn't he? Set it up like a mother.
The dude dog was still in there. He ain't know.
Oh no.
The dude dog was still in there and he ain't know. You know, so he come to me, hey man, you know the trailer? The camper, yeah. Hey man, it's a big ass dog in there. How you know it's a dog in there, man? I was going. Yeah, man, I know his dog's still in there. You know, but it's like, what you doing in the goddamn camper, man?
He finna try to set that thing up, man.
That thing ain't got nothing to do with you whatsoever.
That nigga
ain't got
saw
no
his
business
crib.
Fucking with it.
Nah, that nigga saw his new crib. He was like, okay.
And that's the play that bro keep trying to run on me. Like, man, you can set your pops up in here. Because
I already know.
Because
when
me and him kind of cool or whatever. But yeah,
I already knew it when you first started. I didn't even think about that when you was telling me about that the other day. But yeah, that's your daddy.
I really didn't think it through. When
I'm gonna tell you like this though. I'm gonna tell you straight up though. What you and Christina did for him, like, it's huge. It's huge. Y'all taking him in like that, huge. I you know what I'm saying? And you definitely should be, and I believe that you will be rewarded for it. So hats off to you for that. For y'all, for y'all, because you know what I'm saying, it had to be her decision as well, you know what I'm saying. Hats off to y'all for that. Cause I know for sure, like, it wasn't an easy thing to do. It haven't been an easy thing to do. It's been a real big adjustment for y'all as a family all together. Regardless of him being family, it's still a really big adjustment. And then on top of it being Chip, and you know, him being his way. So I want to say, you know what I'm saying, hats off to y'all for that, and that, you know, it's a really big thing. When it first happened, and you know what I'm saying, like, for me, I was absolutely shocked for several different reasons, but the biggest part is just because it's Chip. Like, it's like, I know, you know, how he finna do and whatever like that. But for y'all to still, you know what I'm saying, stick by him and stick it out after all this time, like, that's been real big. You know what I'm saying?
He gotta go. He gotta take a week or two vacation though.
Yeah, nigga. Get a little break.
Yeah, man. This nigga.
I'm telling you, like, man.
The nigga, he like having another kid.
Let me think, man. This nigga get any stamps or anything?
No, he working on it.
Cause this nigga, he gonna have to feed himself, you know what I'm saying, around here.
That's man.
I know it. Robin, I'm trying to tell you, that nigga don't change. Like, you ain't told me nothing that's been surprising about him yet. It's been funny to the mud, because I'm glad somebody else is seeing it now, but but it ain't, I'm telling you, that nigga, he is who he is, and he been that way.
Gonna tell me, yeah, at the shelter they used to call me Snack Man. I told you about the one time, man. I had to get on this case, man. I was in the cabinets, and I seen some like bullshit ass. I think it was like some Hunt's bullshit ass, like some bullshit ass, like spaghetti sauce and some other just weird shit. And I'm wondering, I'm like, man, where the fuck is thing to get this bullshit from?
Yeah.
And then it was like that same day she come behind me like, where'd you get this from? I'm like, man, I ain't get that, ain't mine or whatever. So I asked my dad, I'm like, man, you know anything about some fucking spaghetti sauce, this or that? Oh man, I got that from the church. What you mean you got it from the church, bro? Yeah, man.
And they gonna hit them pantries.
They had a whole table full of. Look at here, man. That's for people who in need, brother.
Yeah.
You know. Do you need anything? No, but I thought no. You thought greedily, man. That's what it is. You gotta stop the greediness, man. That's being selfish.
Right.
Don't take no more stuff from them free places, man.
So I'm gonna tell you. But he's used to doing that. That's how he would feel his place. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling. So it was just a second nature thing.
Yeah.
Damn. Yep.
I'm like, man, you taking that shit from somebody who actually need it.
Who need it for sure.
Yeah. Because like our town is set up to where there are like several outposts like that, where you can just go get some food or something.
Right.
It's a white people community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, motherfuckers got groups and all that shit. The same way like our family do. Hand-me-downs or deals amongst each other or whatever. The town do shit like that. People in town be like that. Like it's like a giant family. That don't mean everybody get along or whatever, but everybody look out for each other.
Everybody. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when we first moved in here, they had like air conditioners and shit. But we got the the central units put in. And so them air conditioners, I just gave them motherfuckers away. But before I gave them away, I put one for sale. It was 4 of them all together, like 4, 5 of them all together. I put one for sale for $60, and I put that I got some other ones for free. And it turned out, and this guy had hit me on Facebook, like, me and my fiance, my girlfriend or whatever, we could really use a AC unit. Ours went out and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, you get a ride? I'm like, yeah, man, you can come get them. And then I had also a deal on the one that I had for sale. Both guys ended up coming here at the same time, and it turned out the guy who was buying the one for $60, he was buying it because he saw in another group post that the guy and his girlfriend needed an air conditioner. He was buying it for them.
Oh wow.
And now shit, I'm friends with both of them.
Right.
You know
That's crazy.
So, only thing is that the guy, because it's him, his girlfriend, and they got a kid. They have a young couple. I keep on trying to extend like some help and guidance to him, but he don't know how to take it. He one of them. Like I say, they're a young couple, so they always going through young couple shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So a lot of when I deal with like people like that, you have to figure out how you can tell them what you're trying to tell them in a more relatable way. So even if whether it's like you use some type of real example, or how like some people translate. Okay, so like Wall Street Trapper, I don't know if you know him, black dude that deal with the stock market or whatever like that.
I've heard of him.
So he basically he deals in the stock market. He translate his drug dealing into the market. So like it makes sense to him because he uses all the lingo from drug dealing. Like 36 O's is a brick and each O costs this much. So he basically translates it into that, and that's how it makes sense to him. So when I deal with people like that, where it's like they listening, but they don't really understand or they don't know how to like execute what you're saying, you have to figure out how to express it where he will understand what you're trying to say. and it could come through like a real world example. It could come from a example, a personal example that you have, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned with certain, people like that. So maybe something like that or whatever. Because if he is listening, he just ain't really like executing. It's probably he don't really understand how to execute what you trying to say.
Yeah, that's my issue with a lot of people. I'm not a very good communicator at all. In fact, I'm horrible at it. But I was saying, like, my issue with a lot of people is I watch people struggle, and in my mind, I could give them a step-by-step guide out of their struggle. But when I try to talk to people, I'm not gentle enough, first of all. I know that. And I don't know if I want to be. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get it. I'm that same way. I'm not the same way in that, but I'm that same way in other things where it's just like I feel like, hey, I've said it the best way I could, or I've done it the best way I could, or
I'm not gonna hold your hand,
right,
and do it for you.
Right.
I'm not gonna walk you. I'm not gonna walk you to the place. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm just gonna give you the information, bro.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
I may throw a resource in here and there, but don't you ever be dependent upon me. I'm gonna make sure you ain't dependent upon me, because I ain't gonna give you enough to be dependent upon me. You know what I mean? It's like it's this one kid who used to cut my grass, right? And it's like, okay, I hired you to cut my grass because you got a new baby and I know you need some money in your pockets, bro. But at the end of the day, I can cut the grass, my daddy can cut the grass, my wife can cut the grass, any and all of that. You're not a need or a necessity. So don't ever think that you got bargaining power. And when me and him would have these conversations, I would offer up these opportunities for him and his girl, because I'm trying to put some money in their pocket. I'm trying to help y'all feed y'all baby. And it's like, man, opportunity after opportunity, he would just either turn them down or not execute, like you say.
Right.
And it's like, brother, I can get you a job that pay right now. You only make you got an income based off what's the word, commission. You don't got a steady income. I can get you a job with a steady income, brother. $20 an hour can change your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can help you change your life, but you got to do it. I'm not gonna pick you up. I'm not gonna take you to no interview. I ain't gonna do none of that shit, brother. Right. I'm just gonna put you right there. I'm gonna make sure you right there, and it's up to you whether or not you follow up. I'll make this phone call for you. I'll make this phone call for you right now. They're gonna be looking for you. After that, the rest is up to you. All you got to do is show up and be a normal motherfucker.
Right.
And I'm talking about people can't do that.
No, I'm quick to throw my hands up to people after one or two times of you showing me that you don't want it as bad as I want you to have it. So why I'm gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? Until you want it at least to the point that I want it for you, you ain't gonna do it. And you just gonna frustrate me. You just gonna make me mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna piss me off at you. I'd rather not be that way, so I'ma just not even mention any of this stuff that I've been mentioning to you before again. Until you decide to say, hey man, what was that about? Then now you showing me that you actually interested.
You interested in shit. It's
right.
Like, bro, I don't want to keep watching your sorry ass life and shit, making me depressed and shit. On the real, first and foremost. It's a shame, dog, that like any of my sadness, that shit come from the outside world. Ain't no like real sadness inside of like my household. My sadness or whatever come from the shit I watch like my peers go through.
Yeah.
And then it's be like, and you be like, like you say, you try to give them a tip, some advice here and there. Like for instance, thank God my daughter understand the way I speak. Victoria had hit me up, telling me, talk to me about how she was down in the dumps and this and that. And the advice that I gave her, it came out of left field, but she was like, that's why I love you. She's like, nobody in this world would have gave me that advice. She's like, and that's probably the exact advice I needed. And you know the advice that I gave her? You black, and you probably don't go outside much. And I'm pretty sure you don't take vitamins and shit. You probably don't understand that melanated people need vitamin D. We gotta have the sunshine. So I want you to just don't do nothing for the next 2 days. Just go out in the morning, get you some sunshine. I want you to sit down. I want you to rub your hands in the grass. All of that. I'm like, man, you know, you just need balance and you need a clear head. Do that for a couple of days, restore your vitamin D, and then you'll be all right. When I gave her that, she just thought it was out of nowhere. She did that shit, and she hit me up the other day like thank you. Just, you know, it just tripped out. Yeah. and it be shit like that. It be the simplest things, and if you could just explain it to people, their life would be so much better. Like one of my biggest issues is with like the people who go to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like those people are some of the most out of touch people in regard to spirituality ever. Most of them literally have no spiritual relationship with any deity or anything at all. They just go to church on Sunday out of routine. And then they wonder why their life is so bad. And it's like, because you don't have a real relationship with the Creator at all.
Right.
You have it ain't got to be one that's perfect. It ain't got to be one that's anything. But you got to have a relationship in some form or fashion. You are disconnected and you don't see it.
Yeah.
And if you say that, people think that you just giving them some holy mumbo jumbo. You sound like you're preaching. So it's like, how do you help them?
Well, I don't know. The Bible say admonish once or twice, and if they don't listen, go on about your business. That's what I do.
Boy, that's what I do. I'm quick to give a God bless you, and I keep God bless you and keep it moving.
Hey, see, the crazy thing is, the Bible say don't even do that. Say dust your feet off to them. Don't. It specifically says, don't bid them Godspeed, or in other words, don't tell them God bless you. Go on about your way and let them go on about theirs.
Yeah,
that's literally what it says.
I know you got my mind trying to race to them passages. What is? I remember reading in the Bible a while ago about like when you enter a man's house.
Oh, and they don't hear you. They don't listen or hear you or whatever. Dust your feet off at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
basically. Yeah, that's basically what we're saying. It's like when you giving. And this is in context to like the word. When you're giving people the word or whatever like that, and they just turning their ears to it, or I don't want to hear that and this and that or whatever. God say don't sit there and try to beat it in them and beat it in their head and try to convert them and all that. No, let them be. Dust your feet off to them. At that point, you giving it to God to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Which you're supposed to be doing anyway. Our job is not to convert. It's just to give people, like you said, whether you say it at the advice, the instruction, the word, whatever it is, our job is just to give it to them. it's their job to take it or receive it and then put it into action. It's not my job to sit there and make sure that you put it into action, or make sure that you listen to what I'm telling you, or make sure that you. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's literally, no, just tell them, go on about your business. If they hear you, good. If they don't, dust your feet off to them.
Do you realize that black people as a whole, and I got a group black Americans together, black people as a whole have as a whole, we've turned our back on God, and we don't understand that it's consequences for it.
Oh, for sure. I believe that. It's just simply put that the Christian church as a whole, for I'll say the masses, the bigger part of the Christian church believe that you don't need to keep God's commandments.
Yeah.
When that's literally all outside of like praise and worship, which is a commandment as well, but like I'm just saying in the context of how people think about praise and worship, outside of praise and worship, that's all God requires of you. Faith first, because that's what's going to move you to keep his commandments. You believing in him or you fearing him, but then it's keeping his commandments. Do what he said do. But the masses believe like, oh no, we don't need to do that anymore, or we not held to that standard anymore. What do you mean? That's literally God's requirement of you.
I think people have just went so long, and because we have a society that promotes it, people have gone so long with just feeding their wants, and they've gotten so comfortable in their wants and their likes, and
yeah,
and those wants and those likes go against God's commandments.
For sure.
You know,
you want to do what you want to do,
especially in regard to like all the like sexual immorality that go on. You know, people don't like to hear the truth.
No.
I know, as foul-mouthed as I am, I try to tell people all the time that the key to like my happiness, the key to my success, is that I do my best to obey God's commandments. And people be thinking, I know people be thinking that I'm joking, or that it's religious mumbo jumbo, but it's 100% the truth.
Yeah.
When I reflect through my life about what changed, what made the difference, it's that I made a decision wholeheartedly, like, you know what? I'm going this way. I'll never be a bad person again. This is the choice that I'm making. I want to start studying this. I want to look into this. I want to find out what this is.
My thing is simply this, and this for any and everybody, believer or not, but especially a non-believer. If you was to look in the Bible and read the commandments, show me which one is bad for you. And not even only bad for you, but show me which one is bad for you, for your community. Just one. Show me which one is bad for your community. Show me which one is bad for you personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that. And it boils down to, you just want to do what you want to do.
That's
like you just said. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. And I'm speaking specifically about our people. Our daily lifestyle, our culture, so much of it goes against God's commandments, and we're not willing to make that sacrifice. So we try to pretend. So we try to pretend like that stuff don't matter. Like just what you just got through saying. We try to pretend like we don't got to keep God's commandments. That's the one thing that that bother me so on a personal level in regard to like European Jews, Orthodox Jews, and those of that nature, is that you can't deny that they do make the sacrifices. They hold true to their religion, man, probably just as strong as just about anybody. The good ones and the bad ones, the real ones and the pretenders.
Yeah.
You know, you got some that distorted it in very malicious ways. But when you look at their cultures, they they protected. It's indoctrinated in them. It's indoctrinated in them from birth.
The way it's supposed to be for us.
You are this. You have to hold this standard.
Yep. The crazy thing is, that's literally supposed to be for us and us. But
that's
like God says,
I say that's the one thing that bothers me on a personal level.
Yep.
And we don't know it. It's so imagine being me, the conscious man, who has an obsession, and watching these people feeling like, man, they won. They completely took our identity and have given us. Look what they've given us, man. We've turned it into something beautiful. There are beautiful moments in this culture, in this life, in this lifestyle. But it don't fit. It don't fit. And the biggest indicator of the fact that it don't fit is how murderous we are amongst each other. All the chaos all of the chaos that lives inside Black American culture.
Yep. So if you just look at the last 6 of the 10 commandments, everything what you saying right now, all of those 6 are the biggest prevalent things in our communities. Not honoring our mother and father, not stealing from each other, not killing each other, not coveting each other's things, and not lying on each other. Those are the biggest things that's prevalent in our community. We do all those things to the highest degree.
You know the commandments are why your daddy live here. It's funny, but I promise you that's 100%.
No, hey, but that's what I'm saying. That's how it's supposed to be, because for you and I'm just saying you as in general, but specifically for you, if it was on you, if it was solely on Robert, that would not be a thing.
Right.
But because Robert is trying to, be right with God, he takes honor your mother and father seriously now, and he says, you know what? I'm gonna put my side of self. Pops, come on, but we need to set up some ground rules, whatever. Yeah. But Robert himself wouldn't have never did it. Right. But that's what I'm saying, that's what we're supposed to be doing as a community. Changing, putting ourselves aside and putting God first and saying, you know what? No, God, this is about you. It's not about me. And that's why, going all the way back to reparations, that's why we will never get them. That's why we will never be classified as a nation. I believe until Christ returns. Well, I know you ain't sitting there yet, but that's why I believe we will never sit as the nation that we actually were, or that we are actually intended to be, if it's up to us.
Okay, I want to interject on the Christ thing for 1 second.
Listen, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Understand this, and it's not necessarily for you. It's for others. It's not a I don't believe in Christ thing. It's a okay. I understand this for everybody. Christ is a title.
Yeah.
Right.
Anointed one.
It's the anointed one.
Mm-hmm.
From the best of my understanding, the understanding that I have, Christ was not the first or the last, and Christ is not the son of the Creator. That's where my interjection comes in. It's not that I don't believe in the Christ, and I believe in the Christ. I believe the Christ will return. I believe that the Christ has returned in a way, but that's okay. A whole nother conversation. It's just that I think that when it comes to that son of the Creator, I think that's man-made. Well, all this shit, so much is man-made, but I think that's where that's man's tarnishment.
Okay, so this with understanding that, or with hearing that, this is what I guess, and this ain't even like a nothing, like it's not against what you said. It's not a pushback to what you said. None of that stuff. It's just literally like the thing is, there is, like you just said, there is a Christ, or there is an anointed one, meaning there is someone greater than everyone else.
Yeah.
Right? Now, yeah. That means that person, that being, will return and has to do certain things in order to be that one, regardless of the name or anything. His name could be Leroy, or what, you know what I'm saying? I'm just removing the Jesus part off of it, or whatever, right? I'm just saying, no. This figure.
Listen, what I'm saying is, the Christ is not the son of the Creator.
No, I get that part. Yeah, I wasn't even addressing that part yet, but I was just saying.
Okay.
That,
look. Have you ever read any other ancient texts, like Sumerian texts, or like Dead Sea Scrolls, or like the any of like the Emerald Tablets, or any of that stuff?
Yeah, we kind of started discussing the Emerald Tablets before, but not really. We mentioned it. I don't want to say we started discussing it. We mentioned it before. Well, you mentioned it, and I was telling you, like, yeah, I'm familiar. Now, reading through them, no. Using them to get clarification on the translations that we have, yes. Like the Masoretic text, the Septuagint, things like that, the Dead Sea Scrolls, right?
Yeah, and okay. Now, what I've gathered from this, and I think this is what probably most who are into that, what I've gathered from this is that Hermes, Thoth, and the Christ are all one and the same, just reincarnations of the other, and that those reincarnations are not accidental. This is what Jesus went to study. This is what Hermes went to study. This is what Thoth went to study. When people want to know, like, where was Jesus during those 20 years or whatever, Jesus had to go and learn the art of reincarnation, learn the art of healing. And that's where, like, ancient texts, like, I can't pronounce that word. You just said it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Masoretic
text. That's where stuff like that comes in, because they kind of fill in the gap that, like, modern day Christianity doesn't. But I think it should be. I think it's almost apparent to anybody who study all those things, that those three are the same. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. I don't know why I stopped talking. But yeah, it's so it's like those three.
No, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, okay. So it's like those three are the same, and none of them do you get a mention of either the Christ, Thoth, or Hermes ever being the son of the Creator. You only get that when you start moving into like the New Testament. And that's what I should say. I've always been iffy on the New Testament.
Yeah,
in my opinion, it's just, I don't know. It's just too modern for me, I guess.
So what's missing from the normal Bible is the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha
I've heard of that, but never read it.
I thought I had it in here. It must be downstairs on my bookshelf. But that's what I was just looking for. But that's what's missing. That's the history. I guess before Christ, right? So Israel was in slavery to the Greece, Alexander the Great to be exact. And then the people, and then the three rulers that uprooted him. They were under slavery to them. That's what's missing from what we have as the Bible.
Sorry to cut you off. The New Testament, all that thing is just introducing Jesus.
So yes, if you don't read, or if you don't know what the Apocrypha says, because that's the history that's missing.
But I can learn of the Christ without the New Testament at all. I can refer to message.
Right. Yeah.
I can refer to those. I can refer to ancient Sumerian texts and find the Christ in those texts. I don't need the New Testament.
So what it is, you can read about the Christ in those texts. You see the fulfillment of the things you read in those texts in the New Testament. So it's like I read a book about Robert before Robert is born, and then I see Robert after he's born do the things that I read Robert was gonna do. That's in a nutshell how it plays out. You can see the Christ in the scriptures before the New Testament, the things he will do, so on and so on, how he will come about, and this and that. In the New Testament, now the Christ is there, and you get to see him perform the things that you read he would do. But in the text that you read, you actually saw him. You read about him. In the new, now you're seeing the things unfold that you saw would unfold, or read or heard would unfold. That's in a nutshell how that works. So you know what I'm saying? So like I could literally show you pretty much everything in the Old Testament that talks about the Christ. And then I can show you in the New how everything lines up. So it's like I could take you from Isaiah.
I know. Hold that thought one second.
You know what I mean?
I hold that thought 1 second. I know, but the New Testament just comes off to me.
Okay, wait. Real quick.
Let me explain this one thing.
Let me ask you real quick. No, real quick. Let me ask you. What is it? Because this is going from what you just said or a minute ago. What is it that tells you the Christ already came? Like, what is it that tells you the Christ already came? If you like simplify it.
What? Man, that's a tough question. What tells me that Christ?
Hold on to that. Hold on to that question.
I can answer it. It's just that it probably won't be a simple answer.
No, that's fine, and you can answer it if you want to. I listen. I got time. I was finna mix this beat or whatever, but you know it's whatever. But I was just saying like because this is what you said. You believe that the Christ already came in several different forms in several different times, whatever. But what is it that lets you know that whatever you read, that was definitely the Christ? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Like, what is it lets you know that the Christ came?
Nothing that I've read. Now, more
because you didn't see the Christ.
No, but man, you're gonna really make me sound like a nut. But at certain points in my life, probably twice, but one that I can recall easily, where I was deeply involved with Christ, and I called on the power of Christ, and wasn't let down.
Okay.
Beyond wasn't let down. I performed miracles in the name of Christ.
Okay.
Before. And it was just like at the time I didn't understand the significance of it. I was just more happy with getting away with some.
Right, for sure. So now, with that though, what I'm saying is, if you believe that the Christ has come and he has this power, but he's not walking this earth, how did you get that power? Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that lets you know that the Christ came? Or what is it that and what is it that lets you know that not only that he came, but that he's real? Because we can't see him, or you can't see him, you can't go summon him, as far as like Christ live in Chicago, I'm gonna go see him or whatever like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is it?
It's more like the pulse of society. I think that I go by to, and probably to further complicate things even more, which would probably be maybe easier to answer. But if you want to know the truth, I think that Christ is amongst us right now.
Okay. So how does he give you the power if he's among, like, I guess I think I'm just asking further questions, whatever, like deeper questions, not deeper as in like meaning, but deeper in the whole. So is he a deity that's walking among us?
It's crazy that you asked that question, because I was going to almost answer that question about 2 minutes ago, and what I believe. And I feel like that's how I look at it. Like, yeah, like he's a deity that I choose not to serve.
Okay. Even though he gave you the power to get out of whatever the circumstances that you truly know that you needed to get out of.
Yeah.
Though
on more than one occasion.
So even though he gave you the power to do that, did it for you, however you look at it, you choose not to serve him.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna ask why, but we can save the why for another time, because for me it seems it would be
my heart, my soul, everything in me just tells me don't serve nobody but the Creator.
Even though you got this probably greatest, from how you explained it, probably one of the greatest revelations of your life, where it is unexplainable what happened with you or to you or whatever like that. Even though all of that is still not don't serve him.
I think the aspect in which like modern Christians serve Christ. I think the purpose that Christ is serving is bringing people to God. But I don't think that applies in the same way to somebody who's already in relation with the Creator.
Right. So I don't think
it's a bad thing that you serve Christ.
Listen, I really understand what you're saying. I really do, and I'm not taking no offense or nothing like that. So let's get that understood.
Yeah.
I'm not offended or nothing like that. I don't even feel like you saying like anything wrong. I'm saying like that, as far as, I'm really truly trying to understand, because we never went this deep into it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like where you sit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm truly asking questions to really
I simply think that Christ was just that, Christ, not the Son of the Creator, just the anointed.
Right. So now, if he was the Son of the Creator, you believe he was the Son of the Creator, then that changes things? Because it's still like, would that change things? If God told you, if the Creator told you, that is my son, you knew without a shadow of a doubt, the Creator told you, that is my son, would it change anything?
It would change things in regard to, it would change things personally, privately. I don't know how much of a change it would make, to the public outwardly, but as far as like, okay, I'm a person who praises God often, even in my spare times.
Yeah.
I'm 100% serious when I say my life is so great to me and my life is so beautiful that I often cry tears of joy. So it would change things only in an aspect of I would feel like I have a lot more to atone for. But
okay, I really understand that.
But at the same time, don't get me wrong. I know that it's very, very much possible that I am wrong. But I believe that I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong in the most right way.
As far as ignorance, and I mean that in the definition of not knowing.
I know what you mean.
Okay, all right. Some people just automatically take that word and make it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I use it literal all the time, but I know people like you say, people take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
okay, I understand that. I get that.
That's what's so good about you being my brother, is one of us, right?
Well, as your brother, I'm gonna tell you that I lose nothing for being wrong. You do.
I don't believe so.
I'm just saying, like, I say it like
and want to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because of ancient scripture.
Okay.
A lot of people believe that this isn't it, or a lot of people believe that, or believe that. The only reason I have to use the term belief when it comes to my own perspective is because I haven't lived forever to witness everything firsthand. But when it comes to like knowledge of, I have knowledge of, I'm well aware that this isn't it. I'm well aware of many steps and rites of passage, how to acquire those rites of passage, and things of that sort. So I know it don't go how people think, like, oh, you're gonna burn in hell in the fire, and it's like, no, it don't work like that. It's way different, but far worse, but just in a different way. If you don't understand, if you don't walk the right path.
Right. So I'm in agreement with pretty much what you just said. It's just the thing is, let's remove Christ out of the equation for a second. The Father, the Creator, He does say that there is a left and a right. There's no in between with what's to come, right? Yeah. Like you said, you don't believe that this is it. There's something after this, right? Yeah. And there is a left and a right. You with God and you without God. So there is a reward, as the Bible says. It says reward, but it doesn't mean like how we look at reward. It's saying you're gonna get whatever it is that you deserve, right? Whether it's good or whether it's bad. So that's why I say like a left and a right. So I kind of forgot what my point was, but based off what you said, you just said something. So there is, whether it's you're gonna burn in hell or whatever the reward is, there is no middle ground with the reward. That's with the Creator. You know what I'm saying? What the Creator says, there's no middle ground. It's either you over here or you over there. So we either way, we should definitely know what to do to be on the right side of God. You know what I'm saying? Or of the Creator. My thing is, as I read the words of Christ, He doesn't say anything different from what the Creator said. Not in one way. So, to me, you know, and that's just me having understanding of what the scriptures say. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying a lot of people don't. You know, He didn't say anything different. He didn't come with a new understanding, a different doctrine from what you can read in the old. You know what I mean?
And I don't have one. You know, the biggest difference in, let's say, you and me, it's just that you say in Jesus' name and I don't.
Yeah.
Right. For the most part.
So
it's not like a disregard. It's not a disregard of Jesus. It's not a lack of appreciation when I see the works of Jesus in others.
So what do you say? Because the Creator says that you need to basically pray in my name. So what is the name that you do say?
The Creator.
That's a title.
That's my journey.
Okay. And I'm 100% with you. My
journey is knowing the name of God. I don't think that life on earth exist anymore once you truly do.
Life on earth?
Yeah. Your life.
Okay.
I think when the time comes when you hear not just read or
no,
research.
When you hear the voice of God. For sure.
When you hear my name, I don't think there's anything left here for you.
Meaning what?
I think that
just give a generic example, just so I can understand what you mean.
Okay, I'm just gonna use me and my journey, right? I'm a weird studying motherfucker. I got weird studying habits and everything. So far as to, I told you I listen to a lot of shit even subconsciously in my sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. My journey. I think that I'll get to where I want to be if I'm always truly searching. Where I want to be or where I need to be isn't marked or predestined. It's just It's just my hunger or my thirst in general. I think when I reach that destination of knowing and understanding, when I hear God's name, I don't think that there will be anything else left. I think that moment comes for those who spent their life in searching at an old age on their deathbed. I don't think that death is actually like how people perceive it. You know, that's the beginning of life. Your journey right now is kind of like you prepping that life. But you won't live that life as you.
Yeah, you talking reincarnation, basically.
Yeah, I don't. No, because reincarnation is something specifically different. But yeah, along them lines. Like when I talked about reincarnation with the Christ, I was talking kind of like about the same thing, not about reincarnation itself. Meaning, I'm not talking about coming back as a fucking turtle or a frog.
No, not a turtle or whatever. No, as another human being.
As your same bloodline.
Basically, right, that's what I was going to say. Basically,
it's a generational thing. Okay, from what I gathered, you know, the believers, we'll come back every 7 generations.
Okay.
Okay, right? So it's just a preparation for the next life. Which might not fall upon you. It might fall upon, it's going to fall upon your offspring, which is still your essence. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like, you ever heard that? You ever heard the quote like sins of the father?
For sure.
It bothered me so much that our dad has zero understanding of that, because he don't understand how indirectly he affected our lives. And he don't understand how important it was for us to make those corrections going forward. Like he feels that your accomplishments or my accomplishments are his accomplishments, and he has a weird understanding of like life, of a lot of things.
Sure. So you said a couple things I want to touch on. Now, I'll touch on this last thing that you're saying right now. That's absolutely true, and that's true to a lot of older generations.
Especially in our community.
For sure. Oh, when I'm speaking like this about these things, I'm specifically talking about us.
Most of the time, me too. I kind of tell people I'm mind black folks' business. I let white people mind their business.
So you gotta understand. Well, not you gotta understand, but I think you understand. I believe I'm an Israelite. I believe that you are. I believe that we are descendants of the Israelites. I believe that the Israelites, for sure, I ain't gonna go into other people, but for sure are the so-called African Americans, right? Maybe not every one of them. I'm not pinpointing every one of them. It can't be, right? We all mixed up, but for sure descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, right? So when I'm speaking of this and everything like that, I'm speaking from that aspect of us, right? So as us, I'm in 100% agreement with you as far as like generational curses. One, simply first and foremost, because the Creator God, He tells us that is a thing, that is generational curse. Secondly, but even more important than that, He tells us that we can break them. So what you just said was, as far as like our accomplishment or the things that we do differently or whatever, that's us breaking that generational curse. But it has to be rooted in us following the Most High God. As long as you're not following the Most High God, you're stuck in that generational curse. Once you start to follow, now you breaking that curse. Now what your father did is no longer following you. Yeah. So I'm with you 100% with that. But even with that, God also says that the son will not pay for the father's sins. But the caveat of it is because the son is following the commandments of God. You see what I'm saying? So, right?
That's how you break the curse.
That's how you break the curse. So that's what I'm saying. I'm in 100% agreement with you. But the thing is, if Chip or whoever before us don't know these things, then how can we?
But how can you not watch it? How can you not know it when you watching it in your seeds? You watching it.
Yeah, but you still don't have that knowledge. Just like you just said, you searched and you learned this. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't learn it at home. Your parents didn't teach you. My parents didn't teach me. Your grandparents didn't teach you. My grandparents didn't teach me. So on and so on. It was your searching. It was your relationship. It was, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how. But before you did that, you was in that same cycle, moving along life, how you wanted to move along life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without any regard to anything else. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, I'm with you 100%. I just look at it like this, and not saying it's different from what you're looking at it, because we basically both saying the same thing. It's just when I get to a point of being frustrated or being mad or whatever like that, I have to realize, like, they don't have the same information as we did. They don't have the same teachers as we do. They don't have the same time frame as we do. So on and so on. This is a bunch of different things. It was something else you said. Oh, I believe that we're cursed up into the third and fourth generations. You said seventh, I said third and fourth, based upon Deuteronomy. Exodus chapter 20. It might be verse 3. Exodus 20 verse 3, maybe verse 4. Because God says that he hates the sons of the fathers into the third and fourth generations. So I agree with you. It's just I believe it stops at the third and fourth generation for whatever reason. Maybe because by that third and fourth generation, God has opened the eyes of that generation, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, or that just might be the timeline, the time limit that He set upon that certain curse or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So just look that up or whatever like that. Now, the scriptures also say the study of many books.
Hey, I gotta go get my baby boy.
Oh, you cool?
Oh, all right. I didn't know if you was gonna hang up or continue.
No, you go ahead. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Go ahead.
Chill. Man, this was the cherry on top for me right here.
Huh?
This was the cherry on top for me.
Why?
Getting to raise a son.
For sure.
It's the feeling of it and everything is even different from all the girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure. I ain't never had no girl, but I know. I can imagine.
Man.
Cause yeah, it's very different. Cause you can think differently with a boy. You automatically think differently with a boy as far as just life in general, just different things too. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was to like be laying down and then sat up or something like that, you know, with the girl you just gonna automatically go grab, or
Yeah.
with the boy you just be like, all right, you know, go, all right, I see you, you know. It's just like a different mindset. Probably because you a guy. He look like, oh look, where my picture?
Look like his sisters.
Oh, I'm looking for my phone. I'm on my phone.
And they all look like her. Look like your mama. This dude be trying to get active, boy.
I know it. That's exactly why I used that example, because the boys, I don't know, they just be ready to go.
Ready to go. Yeah. You got to stop him from sitting up. She took a video the other day, man. He was laying down, man. That mom just sat up. And he got some strong ass stomach muscles. I don't know how he got stomach muscles as a baby, but this motherfucker can get up from flat on his back.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. All right.
What? I lean him back right now.
What you see? What can you see?
You?
What about now?
It was like a pause screen.
Now what?
You?
Me like me?
Yeah, nigga.
Alright, it ain't working.
Wait, oh, you trying to use the share thing?
Yeah.
I think all that do is I think it send it directly to the person inside a messenger. I'm looking for it.
Did it just send you something?
I'm opening up your messenger. No, not that I know of. Unless it went straight to my photos. But I did that with somebody and it just sent it like straight to them. Oops.
I think that's what just happened because it made this little sound. Whatever. All right, I'm finna just send it to you. So when you sat down and you turned him around,
yeah,
this is what I saw. And it might just be his distance, but I ain't see Christina or the little girls or the girls.
Yeah, I just saw something pop up on my MacBook Pro. Oh, now it's on my phone. That's you, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna show Christina this picture.
That was crazy.
This used to be one of my favorite pictures. She gonna be tripping when she see this picture.
I was looking through my pictures the other day, and I got a bunch of pictures I had wanted to send you, but I'm like, I don't know if I sent them these yet or not. But you know, they are of I think last time I was there, but y'all was still living in not Joliet, but who?
Brazil.
That sound right.
Need some blinking? I had to go grab him. She had to go to Dollar General. I think she.
Yeah, it's all
that,
good.
Like holiday cooking and all that prep and shit.
Right.
I still ain't wrapped none of their gifts. But I'm just gonna get the oldest kid. I'm gonna get Mia to wrap Christina's shit, and I'm gonna get Christina to wrap they shit. I ain't wrapping no fucking gift, man.
I ain't wrapped a gift in about 7 years.
I only bought gifts for 3 people. I bought the oldest one something. I bought Christina a couple things. And who's the third person? Oh, I ain't bought, and I bought Gabby a birthday gift because Gabby's birthday is the day after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of that shit, Christina buy that shit. Christina do most of her Christmas shopping throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like if you ever went
which is smart.
Yeah, if you ever went in our closets or something throughout the year, you would think like we own a toy store. She got gifts for a couple years to come.
Oh damn.
I'm serious, especially like she'll buy that far ahead. She'll be like, oh, but when they turn such and such, so she gonna get it while it's a deal. She ain't gonna buy anything that's regular price. Nothing. Even all our food, all our meat, she buy that shit in bulk, and then she just separate that shit and freeze it.
Yeah. So I was just talking to somebody and they was telling me that too, and I'm like, it started off asking if I had a Costco membership. I'm like, nah, because it's just me and Jan. Like,
We definitely got Costco.
Yeah, it's been that way for what, 3, 4? How long Casey been gone? 4 years, 5 years. So, but then her sister Mandu gave us a deep freezer. So I'm like, dang, we might need to go ahead and get a Costco membership now. Yeah. Fill that thing up.
She got Costco, Sam's Club, a spot out here. We got Sullivan's, all that shit.
Yeah. It's a place out here called BJ's, which is like another.
I think it's a BJ's out here in Illinois, out this way.
Yeah.
That was a big yawn. Have to keep checking to make sure this heat don't be directly on him because I got a heater over here.
Oh.
I got like a little mini like desktop space heater, and then I got like a little flow one. Because I ain't got no heater vents.
My little brother anemic.
You say what?
I said, my little brother anemic.
You gotta get your Ronnie, you anemic? No, I mean Lonnie. I ain't know Lonnie was anemic.
Lonnie? Oh no, you.
I think this little nigga done shit, but I ain't finna check him yet. I'm just finna take him right back to his mama. But I think he just pooped on me. He just shit on me. Ooh, thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm hungry as much.
Me too, man. I ain't even ate dinner yet. So I've been down.
I ain't ate it all day yet. Been at work and everything.
He looked at me, I ain't staring at you.
Casey was over here today and left this a little Lunchable. I'm smashing this one. He gonna come looking for it. Hey, he gonna come looking for it. It's gonna be gone.
Man, you wanna know what's crazy? Victoria, right? When she be coming to town, she always be leaving shit. And one of the things she left was like some of them fuzzy ass girl socks, them thick ass girl socks. You ever see them? Maybe some had checker patterns, some had animal patterns, but they super fluffy ass socks. Nigga, I put them joints on, boy. Them motherfuckers are magnificent with work boots.
I know you do, little anemic butt. We sitting around cold all day.
I took that sock off, man. I stretched that motherfucker out so bad, man. I'm like, man, I can't let her know I did that shit to her sock, boy. I have to buy her some more socks if she asks about them. Man, I might have to start buying them joints.
Yeah, I got 1,000 of them things, little footies. Little thick, warm footies or whatever.
You ever put one of them on?
Huh?
You ever put one of them on?
Yeah, but I don't like. I stay hot, so I don't be liking those. You know what I'm saying?
Man, them motherfuckers, man. It's a shame that all socks ain't made like them. Women been holding a secret on us, Joe.
Well, that's what I was just looking to see if y'all had something on. She got something on right now.
When you got them on, you don't even need your shoes on.
She put her inserts in them. She got like some aftermarket inserts. She put her inserts in them. I was like, you crazy. But she was like, it feels so good.
Man, bro, they like putting blankets on your motherfucking feet. Like having blankets on your feet all day.
Nigga, put them in the dryer for a few minutes, then put them on.
Man. I'm talking about, bro, I don't think I felt one drop of air on my damn feet in them damn socks.
This mop was good.
I gotta go take him and go change him, so I'm gonna catch up with you later.
Okay, that's cool.
I can't stand it. This nigga stink. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
All right, love.
Love you.
Yeah, it gotta scram. Gotta go change this boy. This boy stink, man. Tearing my nose up, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute too, man. Same thing I just told that nigga.